A meeting of minds. Public and private sector leaders came together in Lusaka to exchange ideas on tackling challenges and driving economic growth. This was during the Public-Private Dialogue Forum PPDF Private Sector Day. At the event, President Hakainde Hichilema called on the private sector to embrace investment opportunities in alternative energy sources and smart agriculture as key strategies to combat climate change.
If we had not experienced this drought as a nation, we would have not been vigorously looking at solar solutions. We wouldn't have been. We would have not been looking at clean core technologies. We would have not been looking at wind, geothermal, and others. So this House today must focus on the flip side of the risks associated with drought and drive investments more in areas that will help us as a country to be resilient so we can continue the trajectory of growing the economy.
The President highlighted significant energy sector reforms supported by the forum, including reducing state dominance, empowering independent power producers, and introducing open access and net metering mechanisms.
Initially, ZESCO was trying to talk about giving you credit only. We said, no, this will not attract people. We need those who produce 100 kilowatts and are consuming 50 kilowatts, they can actually put 50 kilowatts extra on the grid and not just be given a credit note. They should be given monetary value. That will motivate them to do that because they have to invest at a small level. But what it also does, it will bring an ordinary citizen to be part of the energy sector and to be a generator, but also earn some revenue. So what else did we say? Tariff blending. Tariff blending to make the tariff affordable in the times of shortages of electricity. We must encourage tariff blending because some producers by nature will be higher cost producers.
President Hichilema also directed the Ministry of Home Affairs to expedite the clearance of work permits for foreign expats who will contribute to job creation for Zambians.
If an investor comes and brings in $100 million and he needs 20 work permits to bring the best skills, and when those skills are brought in the country, we will create 500 jobs, 5,000 jobs. We must issue the work permits. They don't kill the Zambian jobs. They actually create new Zambian jobs. That's what I've said to him. He's there.
President Hichilema says the mandate of the PPDF is to get things done by cutting on bureaucracy and also promoting local companies.
What the government is talking about is working the minds and resources together to develop the minds, to give you all the support, to change the legislation, policies, legislation where necessary, to allow you to invest more and produce more. That's our job. But we also want the big mining companies, medium-sized mining companies, to support local businesses in the supply chain. Where is the problem with that? Which economy doesn't do that?
Earlier, PPDF Director General Andrew Chipwende shared progress made under the forum, revealing that 87 issues had been raised, with 30 already implemented by the public sector.
Dialogue is a continuous process. It is not all the proposals that come from private sector that would be accepted, but there is a platform at which dialogue can continue. Anything that has not been adopted, the private sector are free to continue engaging until a solution has been found for that issue.
At the event, the World Bank International Finance Corporation lead economist Ernesto Cordova launched the private sector diagnostic report.
We estimate that up to 21 billion in new investments can be reached by 2030, creating 80,000 jobs directly in these sectors, but importantly, in the economy at large, as much as 300,000 jobs, both directly and indirectly. I have to emphasize that these estimates are indicative. We're very clear about the assumptions we use and are subject to uncertainty. But this also shows that the potential is there.
Masauso Mukwayaya, ZNBC News, Lusaka.